What's up everybody, Danny Vega here with another product review, and I wanted to share the Keto box from Onnit today, as well as a few of my favorite supplements from Onnit. As a lot of you know, I've been taking Onnit supplements since December, and I've seen a lot of benefits, and I definitely want to share those with you. Onnit has a subscription service, Keto box. The first box I got had a few things that were sweetened and I didn't really like them. It did have a really good bone broth in it, but this box looks a lot better, so I wanted to go through the products in here. Of course, there is a discount for Mammoth Creameries. We met them at KetoCon this year. Super cool people. As you guys know, we're not having sweeteners, but if you do want to have some sweeteners, some ice cream that does have a little bit of sweetener in it, and you're just starting keto, this is a good option. Gift card to Onnit for 10% off. And Real Good Foods. We love Real Good Foods. If you guys know, we have a code Fatfueledfam, gets you $10 off. This one is $15 off, so one time $15 off. You want to use this if you go to Real Good Foods. Now, there are some super interesting products in here, so I'm super excited to talk to you guys about them. The first one is Lehigh Biltong, and this is original biltong. As you guys know, we love biltong. We kind of like the consistency better than typical jerky, even though we do also eat jerky. Here are the macros. 80 calories for this container. It's 1 ounce and it's 14 grams of protein and 2 grams of fat. Really good ingredients: beef, salt, vinegar, black pepper, coriander. That's it. That is a winner for me. If you have something with such a small ingredient list, that's a winner. This one looks amazing, and I might have to have this today. This is, I guess it's pronounced freche, and it's Sicilian caponata, which is wild tuna, butternut squash, fire roasted vegetables, shaved almonds, and vibrant herbs. This sounds amazing. Here are the macros first. It's 110 calories, 11 grams of protein, 7 total carbs. 2 of them are fiber and 2 of them are sugar, and 5 grams of fat. And here are the ingredients: skipjack tuna, tomato, butternut squash, red bell pepper, red wine vinegar, almonds, olive oil, onion, salt, garlic, spices, and the last ingredient is sugar. As you know, is 2 grams of sugar. I'm not concerned with this. This is a good product. I like this one a lot. Now, holy aioli, you guys know we love Primal Kitchen, so if this has similar ingredients, I would definitely recommend it. Let's check it out. So, the only thing I don't like is the sunflower oil. It's not terrible, but it does have sunflower oil, extra virgin olive oil, sunflower protein, apple cider vinegar, sugar, deheated mustard, salt, cultured dextrose. I'm not gonna be able to like this. Xanthan gum, a little bit too much. It's decent, but a little bit too many ingredients for me. It's not something that I would totally recommend. Close though. Now this is a smash pack. This is grass-fed protein pudding. 15 grams of grass-fed protein and 4 grams of sugar. Let's see. Here are the macros. It's 130 calories for the pack, 15 grams of protein, 4 grams of fat, and 7 grams of total carbs, 4 grams of total sugars, which is 3 grams of added sugars. So that's not great, but you know, it's decent. It's very low. If you're taking this post-workout, then 3 grams of sugar is not terrible if you're insulin sensitive and you're training really hard. But let's look at the ingredients. So it is a grass-fed RBST-free protein blend, which has calcium caseinate, that's what you see in dairy protein, whey protein concentrate, whey protein isolate, and milk protein isolate. Cocoa powder, so far so good. Organic coconut sugar, still good. High oleic sunflower oil, I'm not thrilled by that. Monk fruit juice, again, non-caloric sweeteners we're not fans of. Monk fruit and stevia seem to be the least harmful as far as we're concerned. Natural flavors, rice starch, I guess they're using that as a thickener. Sunflower lecithin, sodium phosphate, sea salt, potassium citrate, gellan gum, which is probably another thickener, organic locust bean gum, and potassium. So this one, you know, again, we want you guys to stick to real foods as much as possible, but we understand that, you know, making this a lifestyle is including some of these packaged products that are not the best food choices. It's definitely something that I wouldn't mind maybe once, like if you get it in a box, I wouldn't be buying these and stocking them. This is the joint oil from Onnit, Joint Mobility and Health. It has fish oil, curcumin, borage oil, and avovita. So let's see what this has. Okay, water, xylitol. Not a fan of xylitol or erythritol, and I understand that xylitol and erythritol is acceptable to most people, but in doing the research that I've done for the ketogenic athlete, I just kind of moved away from all sweeteners. Just that's personally what we're doing. And one of the things that Ali Miller says, and we really trust Ali Miller, is, you know, there's a good, better, best approach. If you're consuming a little bit of xylitol, it's not the best choice, but if it's at the beginning, then you're on your way to resensitizing your palate. But again, the more of these sweeteners you add to your diet, the longer you're gonna take to sensitize your palate to those more full, rich flavors versus, you know, those savory flavors. But it has malic acid, which that I'm not a fan of. Rosemary leaf extract, guar gum, xanthan gum, ascorbyl palmitate, sorbic acid. Those are both preservatives. You know, honestly, this is not something I'd really recommend, and I love Onnit's products, but this is one that I probably wouldn't recommend. Now, if you consume seeds and nuts, then this one would probably be okay. This is hemp. So these are hemp seeds, smoked jalapeno flavor, 13 grams of protein, 14 grams of fiber, 10 omega-6, 3.5 omega-3. So it's we aim for a 1-to-1 omega-6 to omega-3 ratio, so that's a little bit off there. But the macros are in one container, 18 grams of fat, of which 13.5 are polyunsaturated. Again, we are not big fans of polyunsaturated fat unless it's omega-3, and not a lot of it is omega-3. So it does have some monounsaturated fat. It has 16 grams of carbs, 14 of which are dietary fiber. Depending on your tolerance to fiber, I would definitely be careful, because some people don't do well with fiber at all. It does have 2 grams of total sugars, but they're not added sugars, so it must be something natural, and 13 grams of protein that's plant-based protein. So here are the ingredients: whole roasted hemp seeds, sea salt, jalapeno powder, spices, garlic, smoked flavor, and it has maltodextrin, which I'm not a fan of maltodextrin. Again, just keep in mind, we're very strict with the things that we consume. We just feel the best, and the more you complicate your life with things like maltodextrin that is absorbed in the gut and does have an insulin response and does have a blood sugar response, it's just something to be careful. I wouldn't really do this, but if you are on a vegan ketogenic diet, this might be an option for you. And this is the gilded nut. This is habanero heat, and this looks like pistachios, so let's see. So pistachios have lutein, which is a really good thing to have in your diet. There is a little bit more, as 1.12 servings per container. So total fat is 13, 1.5 saturated, 4 polyunsaturated, 7 monounsaturated. That's a good profile right there. 8 grams of total carbohydrate, 3 grams of fiber, 2 grams of sugar, and 6 grams of protein. These are the ingredients: pistachios, extra virgin olive oil, garlic, habanero pepper, cayenne pepper, turmeric, onion, oregano, black pepper, smoked paprika, parsley, cumin, sea salt. This is actually a really good option if you like nuts and you consume nuts, and you can tolerate them. Then I would do it. One of the things that I learned this weekend when I was with Dr. Barry and Nisha is Nisha likes to roast pistachios in bacon grease, and it is pretty delicious. So I'm thinking this might be something that you have for sure, on its own, or you can just open it up and cook it in bacon grease. And I want to see if it's deshelled. They're not deshelled, so you'd have to deshell them. But that's just a laziness thing. You can totally just deshell these and eat them as it is, or roast them. This is definitely a good option if you're keto and you're not carnivore like me. So that's a pretty good keto box. Definitely better than the ones that I've reviewed in recent times, and there are at least half of the ingredients and products in here are good. I wanted to just take a second to go over my favorite, because I haven't in depth covered my favorite Onnit supplements. And so the first one that I want to talk about is the Total Human. I've been taking the Total Human for about 2 months, and I absolutely love it. There are several products that Onnit offers that are all bundled into this product, so that's a better value. You know, you save some money. It's still a little bit expensive at over $100 a month, but if you want to get the full, you want to just cover all your bases, and you want to take a supplement that can give you all of that, this is one of them. So there's a day pack and the night pack, and I basically wrote some notes because there's lots of ingredients in this. So the day pack contains Alpha Brain, which is nootropics. I've loved Alpha Brain for years. I've had a subscription to it myself. The Shroom Tech, which is the adaptogenic mushrooms, which I love. You've heard me talk about the lion's mane, cordyceps, reishi, turkey tail, and even shiitake mushrooms. All of them have their own specific properties that are really effective. My favorite is, of course, lion's mane. The Strong Bone has strontium, boron, and joint support. Keep in mind that boron is something that we aren't really getting much of, because back in the day, we used to eat bones. And if you want to get boron in your diet, you'd have to basically grind up bones into bone meal, which can totally be done if you're doing a bone broth, and you just let that bone continue to break down, and all the collagen and gelatin and glycine and everything break down. After a certain point, that bone is going to get very brittle, and then you can grind that up into bone meal, and you can even use bone meal as a replacement for like a nut flour, which is something that I'm really interested in doing, to see how bone meal would compare to some of these other plant-based flours as a thickener. So if you want to do a fathead pizza usually calls for almond flour. I've had a lot of success with switching the almond flour and taking the 3/4 of a cup almond flour that usually is in the recipe. What I'll do is I'll make half of that powdered Parmesan cheese, and the other half the what is that company? Bacon's Air pork panko. So that is a 100% carnivore friendly pizza that's delicious, and the only plant thing that would be in there is a tomato. So if you don't handle nightshades, tomato sauce, like a Rouse tomato sauce, wouldn't be a good option. But you could always do a different type of sauce, or you could just do the pizza crust with the cheese and the meat, and that would just be a 100% carnivore pizza. I definitely have to do that. I definitely am going to do that very soon, so you guys can see. The night pack. So you have the night support right here, has the New Mood, which this alone I would recommend if you wanted to get one thing. This thing is awesome. You guys know how important sleep has been to me, and the New Mood has, let's see, valerian root, chamomile, and other kind of chill out herbs that really help for our sleep. It has 5-HTP, which is really good for mood support. I know a lot of people that swear by this product. This is a great product. It has that in the night pack. Then there's the Virutech, which is basically kind of an immune support. L-lysine, super important for immune support. Vitamin C and other antioxidants. And then it has the key minerals, which is magnesium, iron, and calcium. And I forgot that the day pack, the one last thing that I forgot about the day pack is it has the Total Human B, which it has methylated B vitamins, which is super important to us. Both myself and Maura have the MTHFR mutation. We're both heterozygous, so our methylation is not completely compromised, but if you have a little bit of, at least one of your parents has the MTHFR mutation, and chances are that they may, that's anywhere from 1/4 to 1/3 of people have at least some compromised methylation of Bs. You want to get methylated B vitamins. You do not want to just buy folate. That's not going to work for you. You're not going to be able to use it. So Loving Onnit so far. I'm gonna leave some links in the notes, and I'm going to also leave our Fatfueledfamily. So it's Fatfueledfamily, all one word. That will give you a discount, and I hope you guys like it. Check it out. Let me know in the comments what you think, and let me know how it works for you. Take care.